And good morning, everybody. Welcome here to Texas Motor Speedway. We're getting set for the two non-charter races for the PCSRA Foster Series. These cars are getting ready to roll off behind the pace car. Over on the right side of your screen right there is the official starting lineup for today's race. First of two, both will be 17 laps of racing. Top three from race one and top three in race two will transfer in the starting grid. You can check down the description for the starting lineups for both race one and race number two. There we go. 25 drivers in race one, 25 in race two. 50 non-chartered entries are here at Texas as we start the chase to the chase for the championship. Two cars had to go to the rear of the field after problems. Seth Cole, there he is. He is in a backup car. Bevo Rogers had an engine change after he blew up in the All-Star race here last week. Seth Cole in the backup car after he crashed in the showdown race. So both of them had to start at the rear of the field. And, of course, this happened before the non-charter qualifying. They will start no matter what. Here we go. Race one is green. Savannah J leads us down, and we're racing at Texas for the first of two. I see a break. Oh, somebody's got a problem. That's Carmen Alejandro. Apparently, she has a mechanical problem, and she's holding up everybody on that outside line. She did not get going, and it's holding up Brendan Rogers, Prudence Martindale, and Maximilian Chilton. And Alejandro's coming to pit road, but that's a shame for those drivers. They're going to need a caution to get caught back up. Savannah J leads the first lap. Any of these three need a yellow to get caught back up. Not sure what is wrong with the 60 machine. But unfortunately, Carmen Alejandro never got going. Stacked everybody up on that inside line. And that's a tough break for Maximilian Chilton. Barring a yellow, I think their chances of making this race is pretty much done. As Alejandro is trying to figure out what's wrong with the car. Unfortunately, that's going to mean Carmen Alejandro, unfortunately, will have to go home, which is a very tough break for that 60 bunch. Not the way they want to end off the 2 weeks here at Texas. Had somebody try to call me when they don't need to call me. And looks like Carmen Alejandro has gotten her problem fixed. But apparently she had a mechanical problem or something. Here comes Lainey Fredrickson in the 44. Of course, she used to be in the number 7, but was replaced by Remy Crampton. Bradley Ream went over to the 22, so she's now going to have to race her way in. The ex-girlfriend to Daniel Voiles. And Carmen's got more problems, I'm guessing. That's too bad for Carmen. That's Trevor Good in the 36. That's for the final transfer spot. Carmen's now 2 laps down. Maximilian Chilton 9 seconds behind the leaders. Seth Cole's been trying to play catch up after he lost the draft earlier with these leaders. Of course, no pit stops are needed in this 17-lap event. Barring a caution, I think the 54 in them are going to end up going home, which is too bad. Frank Underhill making his first attempt. All of these one-race deal drivers are making their first attempt of the season. There's Jeremy Salone. Salone's a Texan. Laney Fredrickson will lead this race. Laney Fredrickson's been saying lately that she wanted to get back together with Daniel Voiles, but Voiles declined it. So, yeah. Hate that for Chilton, who's going to miss the race. You know, there's Stephen Bear. He has not made a start this year. Daniel Voiles right there battling with Saber Fox. Saber's going to go by the Wendy's machine. All of these drivers were in the All-Star Open, so these non-charter drivers all have the same experience. Trevor Good's going to go underneath the Grambling State University Chevy out of NY Racing, and he's going to try to take the lead from Fredrickson. Reagan Whitlock right there. She's in the final transfer spot as we're coming to 6 laps of racing to go. There's Max Chilton, who's lost touch with Brendan Rogers and Prudence Martindale. Chilton will have to try again in a couple of weeks, because Michael Mickenturf will be back in that ride next week. Which next week we're going to Auto Club as we start a West Coast tour for the Foster Series. It will be Auto Club Arizona, Phoenix, Sonoma. Then back to the East Coast of Indianapolis, Hillside, Atlanta, Bristol, Watkins Glen, Kansas, Daytona, and Homestead, Miami. I just want to get these races done so I don't have to mess with them. Oh, we got a wreck. We got a crash in the back. But we got a nice save by Ashton Wright. William Brock's on the apron. Looks like they made contact. Someone made contact. Brock had to go on the apron. He stacked up everybody else. And that just dwindled any chances for some drivers to make this race. And I don't think they'll be catching the 60 anytime soon. That's Haley Gerentowski, who's now in second, and that's Bevo Rogers. Remember, Rogers had to go to the rear of the field because of an engine change after his engine grenaded in the All-Star race last week. So the Monster Energy Ford is doing wonders. We're coming to the white flag. Here comes Haley Gerentowski. As we're on the last lap of the race. So I had to scoot that over. Gerentowski trying to make her second start of the year. Bevo Rogers trying to make his second. Trevor Good, I think, is trying to make his debut race. And he's going to do it. Trevor Good will take race 1 of the non-charter race at Texas. And standings are about to be official. 36, 50. Whoops, that's not a 6 or a 5. That's a 6, you derp. And 07. So Trevor Good, Haley Jarentowski, and Bevo Rogers will make this week's race at Texas, which means drivers who will unfortunately have to go home are Savannah J., Frank Underhill, Jeremy Sloan, Laney Fredrickson, Reagan Whitlock, Ashton Wright, P.J. Williams, Seth Cole, T.J. Hanley, Saber Fox, Rick Witt, Ryan Boyer, Joshua Sicoli, Reggie Fogelman, Anthony Ritchie, William Brock, Stephen Bear, Daniel Voiles, Prudence Martindale, Brendan Rogers, Maximilian Chilton, and Carmen Alejandra. Those drivers will not make this race will not race later today. So that's it for race 1. Let's get you to race 2, Texas. And welcome back to Texas. We're going to first get the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
JT Hanley will start on the pole for race number 2 here today. Another 17 laps. And the cloud cover has come in. Of course, our non-charter race number 1 went caution-free. We'll see what this will do here in race number 2. Hannah Higdon in the 87. There's Mark Underhill, who raced his way in the All-Star race. Kelsey Higdon. Most of these drivers making their start. There's Brooklyn Rogers running this fully sponsored 94 for the remainder of the season for GMS Racing. Brenda Velasquez trying to make her debut in this series. So is Trisha Ann. Alex Hawkins, he's making his return to the series here in the Foster Series. Good to see Alex Hawkins back. Smet Oscon in the iRacing colors this week. 98 is Amanda Miller. She's trying to make her debut. And you basically already know the starting grid for this race. Trevor Good, Haley Jarentowski, and Bevo Rogers have passed post non-charter qualifying inspection, so all 3 will get the race later today. We're going to have a day race because the night version really sucked, as we're green for race number 2 here at Texas with no mechanical problems from anybody. I'm trying to get a cracker out, and I can't for some reason. JT Hanley leads lap number 1, by the way. Oh, shit, I can't get a cracker. Yes, I'm having crackers, and if anybody comes across this video, no, I'm not sharing, and yes, I know I'm going to figures jail, but now I broke a cracker trying to get it open. Hannah Higdon going to go the lead in the Nemco Motorsports car, but for how long, as I'm trying to still get a cracker once having troubles trying to open a cracker. Sorry, I was trying to get a cracker out and it crumbled on me. Sorry about that. Caleb Hoffman in the Corvette made his debut in our last points paying event, or last time he made the race was Richmond. Ellinger, by the way, made his debut last time out at Rio, last points paying event at Rio. We only we only have 7 more races left to go in this, including today's event. Or actually, after this race, will be only 6 more stops to go until we get to the chase for the championship. Ian Dutta there in the 4th position, trying to get underneath Caleb Hoffman. This would be Dutta's debut in Foster's. Of course, Anthony Ritchie failed to qualify. Check the back of the field here. Stanberry's back here. James Qualls is back here. Fabian Tester is also back here. Samet Ozkan in the iRacing colors this week for Team Strange is back here at the rear of the field, pushing the 96 of Brenda Velasco. Brenda Velasco is a good friend of mine because I went to school with her throughout my entire career. And I've gotten along really well with her. Glad to have her in this series. Here comes Caleb Hoffman underneath the 136 of Doug Ellinger. Doug is trying to make his second straight points event in a row. Of course, he made the Rio race a couple of weeks ago before we had the All-Star break last week. And of course, Donovan Updike right there in that 66 went to victory lane our last points event. However, he will not go 2 in a row if he doesn't get to the inside line. Hannah Higdon trying to make her debut in this series. She's got a sister in Kelsey Higdon, both from the Michigan area. Of course, they were good friends with Elijah Gordon, that is. Greg Rutz nearly made a 3 wide on, that's Trisha Ann, who's trying to make her debut, and that was Mitchell Hodak. That would have been 3 wide. As for the lead, Doug Ellinger is going to take the lead. Dennis Walker, by the way, moved into the final transfer spot. Nice motivational tutor, Steven. Doug Ellinger going to take the lead, and he will lead. Now Hannah Higdon, who was leading, could be outside looking in. So we're coming up to 4 to go here in this second non-charter race. Top 3 drivers will join the other 3 of the 36, 53, and 07 in the main event, which is the Echo Park Automotive Texas 500. I think that's what it's called. I'll have to look on Texas. I think it's I'll have to look it up, so I'm saying it right. If not, it should be the Samsung Radio Shack 500. Or the Dickies 500. That sounds like a better idea. 3 to go in this non-charter race. This is, by the way, to get into the Texas race, the Texas points paying event, I should say. 2 to go. Last lap here in this race. Looks like the 97, 95, and 136 in the transfer spot. But Jacob Athens in a Carvana 84 trying to get him into the race. Lead Dennis Walker. This will be his debut race, if I am not mistaken. And I am not mistaken. Dennis Walker will win race 2 here in the non-charter race at Texas. In a Calm Collective second race, as the 97, 95, and Doug Ellinger for the second points event in a row will take the final transfer spot. That means drivers who will not make this race will be Jacob Athens, Trisha Ann, Adita Bagus, Mitchell Hodak, Santi Messi, Hannah Higdon, Alex Hawkins, JT Hanley, Mark Underhill, Brenda Velasco, Fabian Tester, Ian Dutta, Herschel, Arvin Alonso, Eric Stanbury, Greg Rutz, who still can't even make a race. He's like now 0 for 14 rather. Donovan Updike, last points paying event winner. He won't go back to back. James Qualls, Kelsey Higdon, Brooklyn Rogers, Sumet Oscon, Amanda Miller, and Katie Lapham. They will not make the show here at Texas. But that's going to do it from here at Texas Motor Speedway. Congratulations to the 6 drivers for transferring in. That they are Trevor Good, Haley Jarentowski, Bevo Rogers, Dennis Walker, Caleb Hoffman, and Doug Ellinger. But if you enjoyed this session, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We're sharing your full finish results. We'll see you later for qualifying as our Texas weekend continues on the PCSRA Sports and Gaming channel, the best in our racing since 2017.